Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video I am going to be going over a random subscriber who is wanting a rating, looks maxing, and possible overall solutions to Ascend. He commented in one of my previous videos asking to rate his profile picture, asking also what phenotype he is, and he also asked if he should get a surgery. Okay, let's dive in. So although he didn't mention his age, but I would roughly estimate he is between 22 to 26 years of age. He is from northern UK, and he is 5'11" with a muscle athletic build. His phenotype is Northern European, Anglo-Celtic, with pale skin, light hair, and light eyes. He told me that his type of woman is the light-skinned petite Spanish women, which, with his phenotype, it's certainly possible. Now speaking of his looks, he has a strong masculine angular jawline, which is highly attractive across cultures. Decent cheekbones but could pop out more with a lower body fat percentage. He has average but blue eyes. He appears very tired though, and has dark eye circles. His skin certainly needs a bit more work. I would advise getting at least 8 hours sleep and really try to reduce your stress levels. You should fix up your diet to whole proper foods, like fruits, vegetables, meat, eggs, chicken, healthy protein powders. Probably the diet that also involves hot soups and bone broth since your location is colder. Also wash your face regularly. Implement a proper skincare routine, like moisturizers and vitamin C serums. Try and find what works for you. Your skin type may look like it's on the drier side, whether it could be the cold location, or that your genetic skin barrier. You could also try beef tallow or CeraVe moisturizers. I would probably look at trying to grow your hair out and also on the sides. Also make sure your hair is healthy and nourished by proper dieting. Avoid using harsh shampoos. You could try raw eggs and raw honey on your hair. Your hair absorbs what gets put on its hair. Also rosemary and castor oil is also important too. And also apply some on the eyebrows to thicken them up a bit. Look at starting to get a bit of sunlight, but not too much, and take omega-3s, beta-carotene, for your skins to glow and for a slight healthy tan. If the UV levels get extremely high and hot, consider applying zinc oxide sunscreen. Also look at doing some neck training and shoulder presses to increase the size of your neck. That way it balances out your face and jaw well. Also try many types of exercises, mostly on what you genuinely enjoy. You could look at trying cardio like a bit, or running, cycling, or swimming. That may help with your skin to glow up. And the sauna would certainly help too. If you are wanting to go for the light-skinned Spanish women, a tan and even skin tone should be a must. You are a very light-featured guy with pale skin. Most Spanish women are typically genetically imprinted to be attracted to guys with darker features, like darker hair and tanner skin. Eye color is usually not relevant, but the light eyes can contrast well with slightly tan skin. You certainly have a good phenotype but needs a bit of work. So your overall right now is roughly about a 6 to 6.5 average attractive. But after you really put in work, you can surely ascend. But what about after you have reached your looks maxed level? Now it is a matter of location. You can either geomax to Spain if you want, although if you so, be prepared to immerse yourself with their language and culture. Or you can look to seek in your own area, which certainly is a good option too, and I will be going over that first. It's possible to find a Spanish woman which is a niche minority. Here are some places where Spanish women tend to be in the northern UK. 1. Universities and language programs. Spain sends a lot of Erasmus exchange students to the UK, especially to Edinburgh and Glasgow, and many of them stay long-term after graduation. 2. Hospitality and tourism. Many Spanish women often work in restaurants, cafes, or hotels, especially in bigger cities. 3. Cultural and language meetups. Spanish language exchange events, salsa, bachata nights, and tapas bars are hotspots. These can attract both expats and locals interested in Spanish culture. 4. Professional sectors. In finance, healthcare, and tech, especially Edinburgh. There are expat Spaniards who settle for work. Here's the thing. Spanish women in the UK are often more open to long-term relationship and marriages with locals because they're away from home and seeking stability. Your phenotype, Nordic Northern European look, is attractive to Spanish women and is exotic to them, high contrast with their culture. If you position yourself as stable, genuine heart, and open to Spanish culture, you will stand out massively. On the flip side, you could also take her to the countryside of the UK, as typically the countryside life is much more peaceful, romantic, close to nature. Show her how wonderful the UK Highlands is. Look at getting married into a church which is instituted by God, and have and raise healthy children. What a dream what would be. Now I will be talking about long-term geomaxing to Spain. The thing is that Spain is still a Catholic Christian influenced, especially outside the biggest cities. Depending on the location in Spain, many women still hold family, loyalty, and tradition. It's your job to learn a bit of their language, at least at a tourist level, and also understand Spanish culture too. I wouldn't bother going to big cities like Madrid or Barcelona. Big cities in general is typically full of low-value women, pretty much just like in every country, really. Big cities is a toxic wasteland in just about any country, really. Focus on smaller towns, villages, or the countryside, where you will most likely meet a Spanish high-value woman. And by high-value woman is loyalty, faith, kindness, stability, raised well, supportive, and respectful. Here are some ways you can meet this type of woman. 1. At a church and community circles. 2. Cultural associations/language exchanges. Look at joining community groups or hobby meetups. These attract more stable, long-term orientated women. 3. Through families' social introductions. Spain is very social. If you integrate into a local friend group, people often introduce singles naturally. Chances are, if you do intend on going to Spain, you are going to need more money. You must also be grounded and able to provide. You also need to be able to lead, protect, but also nurture and be family-orientated. And like I focus on smaller towns, semi-rural or countryside, to seek a high-value woman. Stay out of Madrid and Barcelona, or really any big cities in any country. Now, something I want to talk about, which doesn't get discussed enough, is predominantly in the West and actually pretty much in most of the world, is that when it comes to the age demographics of women, like women say age 18 to 25, most of them nowadays typically moving out of their hometown, either it is a small town, semi-rural, village or whatever, to bigger cities to go to university, or to go for a big career, which over time they do end up getting more westernized, and most likely may decrease their value. What a sad generation we live in. I don't know if that's the case in Spain, but I know that the USA, UK, and Nordic countries like Norway, Sweden, and Finland are having that problem. Many of the younger demographic are sadly going to move out to big cities these days to study or find a certain career, which women are not really designed for that originally, and it will decrease their value and health over time. Big cities and the mega-corporation world is very toxic and actually satanic as well. It's quite soul-sucking how I go about in the morning, weekdays, and I can just feel that every person's soul is sucked out to be a slave to a stupid 9 to 5. That's not traditional. It's not traditional to be away from your wife and kids for like 40 or more hours a week or so, just to survive and put food on the table. Women are not designed to be alone at home for most of their life. It's quite depressing, stressful, and lonely. That's one of the reasons why the woman or wife and kids gets frustrated and angry and complain about the husband or man not being home or spending enough time with them. It's because of spending too much time at work. For most of human history, families lived and worked together at home or in close-knit villages. The problems that comes with the 9 to 5 lifestyle. Artificial separation. Husband and wife spend most of their days apart in completely different worlds. Stress and burnout, long commutes, office politics, and screens leave little energy for family intimacy. Weakened bonds. Couples often only see each other for a few hours at night, exhausted, leading to friction. The 9 to 5 is designed for industrial efficiency, not human happiness. Many people romanticize the 1950s as traditional, but it was already a modern, industrialized lifestyle. Like the man gone all day at work, woman isolated at home in the suburbs, typically cut off from extended family or community. Kids raised in schools, TV replacing cultural storytelling. This was healthier than today's hyper-urban chaos, but still not as natural as older villages/farm models where extended family and community life were central. It planted the seeds of loneliness and disconnection we see today. Now this is how big cities change people. Faster pace, shallow connections, constant rush, constant distractions. Relationships become transactional and short-term. Hyper-individualism. Everyone's chasing career, money, and status, therefore often family bonds weaken. Overstimulation. Noise, screens, nightlife, and social media dating apps floods people options. Loyalty and patience drop. Higher stress. Urban living equals more anxiety, less nature, less real community. But anyway, that is definitely an important thing to ramble on about. Now back to you. Yes, you certainly got it could be good going on, but you still need to work on your looks maxing firsts, along with your diet. So do you need surgery? The answer is no. You don't have any major deformities or any features that strongly disharmonizes your face. Surgery is more of a double-edged sword, and getting the wrong surgery, practice, or getting too many can make you look worse, and it's expensive. So that should be my full review for you. If you want me to do a life analysis, looks maxing plan, and the type of girl you want for you in the future, I will link my Instagram in the link below. I just need a couple of photos of you, your life stories, what you aim to achieve, your weight and height and age, and more information would be better. Just do yous know that this channel is not a priority at this stage. I got my own personal things to work on also. So I probably won't be getting to you anytime soon from now. I will see you then.